Xavier is the charming, playful, and slightly mischievous member of the Love and Deepspace cast. He's quick with a smile, flirty with his words, and always seems to know just how to lighten the mood. But underneath all that smooth confidence, there's a lot going on. Psychology tells us that people like Xavier are more than just the fun one. They often use humor and charm to protect something softer inside. If we use the Big Five personality model, Xavier scores high on extroversion. He's outgoing, social, and comfortable being the center of attention. Extroverted people gain energy from being around others and often love to express themselves. Xavier fits this perfectly. He doesn't hold back. He likes to tease, joke, and flirt. He's not afraid to show how he feels, at least on the surface. Psychologists also talk about something called emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and the emotions of others. Xavier shows signs of being emotionally intelligent. He can read people well, knows when someone needs a laugh, and uses his words to comfort and connect. But here's where it gets interesting. People who are great at helping others sometimes struggle to help themselves. They use humor as a shield. Xavier might smile on the outside, even when he's hurting on the inside. There's also something in psychology known as a performer personality, someone who uses charm, creativity, and energy to win people over. Performers often grow up learning that being liked is the best way to stay safe or feel valuable. Xavier may have learned early on that making people laugh or feel good earned him love or approval. Over time, this can make someone very lovable, but also very lonely. They start to wonder, do people like the real me? Or just the version of me that's always smiling? In terms of relationships, Xavier might have an anxious attachment style. This means he loves deeply and wants closeness, but can also fear rejection or being left behind. So, he stays upbeat, hides his deeper feelings, and tries to keep things light. He might be afraid that if he shows too much vulnerability, people won't stick around. That's why it means so much when he lets his guard down and shows his serious side. Under all the confidence and clever words, Xavier is likely someone who feels emotions very deeply. He's sensitive, loyal, and probably worries more than he lets on. People like him often use distraction, like humor, flirting, or being the fun one, to avoid dealing with their own pain. But when he finally opens up, you realize just how caring and thoughtful he truly is. He doesn't just want to be loved, he wants to be understood. So, what does all this mean? Xavier might seem like the life of the party, but inside, he's someone with a big heart who's just afraid of getting hurt. He wants real connection, not just attention. And when he trusts you enough to be honest and raw, that's when you know it's real. Psychology shows us that even the brightest smiles can hide the deepest feelings. That's what makes Xavier such an unforgettable character. He teaches us that joy and pain can exist together, and that sometimes the ones who make you feel seen are the ones who need it the most.